Today, the discussion is going to be on the one repetition maximum, commonly known as the 1RM. The 1RM is an assessment that's used universally. It's used by beginners, intermediates, and advanced athletes in all types of training. More so when identifying intensity and where their progression for intensity lies. Based upon the book definition, a 1RM is the maximum amount of weight that can be completed in one movement. And so that's stating that, again, it's a one rep as the heaviest as you can go. It's 100% of what you can do in said movement. Okay. The 1RM is used in the sense of, again, identifying progression scales. Okay, when you look at the 1RM, you are putting 100% on the line, and you have 4 attempts to do this to see where your actual strength lies. This type of assessment can be based upon and can be utilized to then, after identifying where you are, using that amount and programming the next cycle based upon percentages to surpass that 1RM, to get stronger, to have a new assessment, which is a good tool for us as potential fitness professionals to use for clients to identify, are we progressing in the right direction? Okay. With the 1RM, okay, today what I'm going to be discussing and the directions of what to be doing is going to be on the back squat. Okay. When setting up for a 1RM on the back squat, there are a couple things that you have to go through first. Okay? The first thing is you have to get a warm up with the individual or yourself if it's you completing the 1RM. Have a warm up done, cardiovascular warm up. Okay, in that cardiovascular warm up, you're going to get their heart rate to roughly about 60% of their max heart rate. You can get a little bit higher, but the idea is that we don't want to fatigue the individual, but we do want to get them warm, quote unquote. Then following that, we do want to get a dynamic warm-up. The dynamic warm-ups could be anywhere from stretching, could be really loosening up every joint, such as the shoulders, putting them through full rotation, getting the hip capsules moving back and forth, allowing the body to recognize movement. And then finally, we have a specific warm-up. Specific warm-ups, it's being specific to the movement that's going to be completed. So if we're looking at the squat, okay, we're going to go through different progressions of the squat, such as we'll start with the body weight squat, work into a goblet squat, and then work into a barbell on top of the back, right? And then that's going to be moving into scales of percentages up to your assumed 1 rep max. So you're starting at 40%, get a couple reps in, stretch out the muscles a little bit, get to 60%, get to 80%, and then finally getting up to the 1RM. And in that 1RM, like I said before, you have 4 attempts. You have 4 attempts to complete that 1RM. Okay? And that will be the idea of setting up for your 1RM. You would instruct the individual, if not known already, to set their feet roughly shoulder width apart. Okay? Maintain an upright position. Okay? And go through instructions as needed based upon the squat that you're looking for. The things that you're going to be needing within this is going to be a barbell, of course. You're going to need weights. You're going to need also increments anywhere from 5 all the way up to 45 pounds. Okay. You're going to make sure that you have clips in order to secure the barbell. One thing that I do suggest is that a test such as this is completed in a power rack, which is what you're going to see in the videos that I'm going to show you of how it's completed. When done in a power rack, you have the ability to be a lot more safe versus unsure of the area around you. You will need a spotter. Okay, the spotter is imperative, and that's imperative for safety. You will also need a stopwatch. The stopwatch is based upon you're going to need anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes of rest in between each attempt completed of the 1RM. The reason being is because this is an optimal amount of time, and this studies show that in those 3 to 5 minutes, your levels of energy recuperate efficiently. Anything less, then you're not going to have enough energy to complete the movement. Anything more, you've wasted so much time that you step into being cold again, if you can call it that. Okay. And then on the backside, the strengths of this assessment is it allows an individual to identify where they are. Right? This opens up a lot of doors and allows for future preparation of different types of programs based upon specific goals. Okay. Another thing is it gives a better idea for us as fitness professionals to identify the progression, if the progression is moving in the right way. One of the weaknesses that I do find is that this movement must be done with somebody else. You always need another individual there. That puts a hindrance on actually completing the movements. Another thing is this movement cannot just be done on any day. I do believe that this movement must be prepared for. An individual must be taught the vital steps on how to complete the movement, must have completed the movement multiple times in the sense of identifying stabilization, removing imbalances within the body, as well as being able to understand the proper technique that needs to be completed. Because a 1RM is a one repetition maximum is one of those that's putting your body to the next level. It's 100% of what you can do. And if you're not prepared, or if the individual is not prepared to take a test, that test can fail and then you can be hurt. And so those are the things that I feel are needed and what should be done, and how I feel that the test is good and bad. I will add in this one good thing to avoid having to do it by yourself is doing an AMRAP. Okay, and this can be done for yourself, or this can be done with patients or clients. An AMRAP is also known as much reps as possible, using an equation, right, based upon the amount of weight lifted and the amount of times. Okay, using the equation of weight times reps times 0.03. Okay, added to the weight lifted will give you somewhat of an estimated 1 rep max. And this will allow any individual to assess their maximum repetition, their 1 rep max, and give them a good idea of where they can actually move toward. So you're getting somewhat of an endurance test as well as a 1 rep estimated max. As I stated, I will be showing you 2 examples or 2 videos of the back squat. This first video is slowed down to give you an idea of what the squat should look like. To ensure a full repetition of the squat has been completed, knees must be at 90 or break 90 degrees of the parallel plane. Make sure the feet are shoulder width apart. There's no thoracic rounding, and eyes will be nice and straight. The squat will be, like I said, will be performed in 4 attempts. If in the event that the individual or yourself breaks form, the assessment will end and that will be your 1 rep max. This will happen on my second attempt.